hast. Du hast mich. Du hast.
Welcome.
I'm a German that likes to sing to you.
You just like
Du
this.
hast.
Yeah.
This always gives me like German vibes. I don't know why, but I just feel like I want to enter to a like art craft house and do poetry and drink Schlagnis. I don't know what Schlagnis is.
Me neither.
It's got to be
It's a
something.
made-up word.
Hey, Andy, how are you?
Real good, Nick. How are you?
Good.
It's a beautiful day here on campus.
Beautiful day here on campus, and I'm glad to be a part of Slash U.
Here we are.
We are going to bring it to you today.
Another one.
Ooh,
We gotta bring
as
it.
we go through our Slash Yule tidings
Yeah, of great joy.
of great joy. Slash Yule tidings of great joy. We are in the mix of some holiday
Oh, man.
fun
It's
horror
the most
campy
wonderful
slasher.
time of the year, as the song goes.
Yes. Oh, I peeped It's a Wonderful Knife with Joel McHale and Justin Long last night, and some girl from Yellow Jackets. I forget her name, but
Did you like it?
yeah, it was cool.
Was it anything like It's a Wonderful Life?
Yes, very much so.
Nice.
I forget like what.
Wonderful Knife.
Yeah.
I don't think I've heard of it.
Yeah. We've been starting to peep. I watched the remake. You know, they have Black Christmas from 1974. Mm-hmm. So I was talking to Jody. I was like, let's just watch the 74. She's like, well, we could watch the newer one, and it's probably a good call because there is more gore
Okay.
because it's a newer one. So we watched Black Christmas 2006.
Yep.
And got some big names in that one. And then we watched It's a Wonderful Knife.
We watched just yesterday Home Alone and part of National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Partway through that, I was like, can we watch something else? Like, I love it. Don't get me wrong, Clark Griswold's my homie, and Beverly D'Angelo is a snack. But I was like, on the heels of Home Alone, I was like, let's do another thing. Let's do something else. And we ended up watching No Hard Feelings with Jennifer Lawrence, where she like gets hired to like bring that kid out of his shell.
I have no idea.
Oh, well, it was like her first movie back after she had her kid.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
She's naked in it.
No way.
Yeah, she gets naked.
I feel
And
bad.
not in a sexy way. She goes skinny dipping, and some kids like steal her clothes, and she like runs them down on the beach like naked, beats the shit out of them
Do
naked.
they show boobies?
Yeah, everything.
They show butt?
Yeah.
Wow.
And she, give me back my fucking clothes, and beats the hell out of these kids.
I still feel bad
It's
that
comedy.
I still feel bad I haven't watched Good Burger 2 yet.
Oh no,
I
well,
know,
we don't
I-
have Paramount Plus.
I know I haven't. I need to watch it. But today, we're sticking on the Slash Yuletide
Yes.
Yuletide.
Yuletide.
As we finish out 2023 with some fun, campy, forgotten slasher horror. Sometimes forgotten, like I said, movies. This time we did an interesting one, Andy, from 2022, 1 hour 31 minutes.
Adult Swim presents Yule Log.
Yule Log.
Yeah. Adult Swim, of course, of Cartoon Network fame.
Yes. We are
Yule
going to spoil
Log.
it.
Spoil the whole thing.
Yeah, this one is going to be tough for me, Andy, because I loved watching it first watch.
Yeah.
Because I really didn't have to take notes. I just was kind of watching it. But then when I watched it the second time, there's so much going on.
Yeah, there's a
I'm
lot.
afraid sometimes when we do this podcast, and I know we've done it before, I don't want to make people feel lost as we try to.
It can be confusing just listening to us describe what happens.
Because there's flashbacks that go in this movies.
Yeah.
There's a variety, a diverse cast of killers, I should say, as well. So
it's not a traditional slasher, that's for sure.
Casper Kelly, right, is the director?
Directed by Casper Kelly, yes.
Of Too Many Cooks fame.
Too Many Cooks.
That 11-minute short that was brilliant. That was like one of the first viral like I remember it was emailed and it was kind of first started getting posted on Facebook too.
Yep.
Back in the
Back in the day.
like 12 years ago, 13
It's a
years
while ago, yeah. Just go on YouTube and search Too Many Cooks.
But Andy, this one has it all.
everything.
Backwood hillbillies, psychotic killers, demon logs, and aliens. Mm-hmm. Well, you remember we made that joke one time, like it was like the blood theater or the two girls were, and I was like, it's probably aliens. This time it really is.
It really
aliens.
is, yay. Well, I mean, fictionally. Like, there weren't actual aliens in the movie.
Yeah,
It's a movie.
This movie is like, I don't know. I'm at a loss for words. I don't.
Creative.
What?
The movie, like the premise and the like how they did it was very creative.
So
I
was
think.
Too Many Cooks.
Yeah.
I feel like this could have been shortened. I don't know why he went for an hour and a half.
Well,
I know we've said that a lot.
There's a little parts with long dialogue exchanges.
This could have been a solid hour and been better. I think it would have been 100% better, but I don't know if he was going for, I don't know why the director or the money behind this film thought they had to go an hour and a half.
No, I don't know. Maybe
even an hour. Knock out 10 minutes
to make it a movie. Just.
I mean, you could make a movie hour and 21 minutes. I mean, we've seen them.
It. Yeah, we've seen a 67-minute movie before.
Andy, if I start going off the fucking rails,
if you have a short,
if I have a short,
if I start skipping like an old record player, just give me a kick.
Give me a kick. Let's just fucking wind up and just crack me in the nuts, man. I really am.
Wake up!
Time to put on a little makeup. I want to take the students of Slash U, and I'm sure you do as well, on a poetic journey through the madness of this film.
It is mad.
So I guess we should just go and get into it. But before we do, let's get in. This should be really good, by the way. Andy,
thanks for the pressure.
Clip Kill Notes brought to you by socks. If you want something to keep your feet warm, or if some of you used to masturbate into it, why don't you grab some socks? Males. And now, Andy's Clip Kill. Real quick, Notes. I never masturbated into a sock. Did you?
I'm not going to confirm or deny any of that. We always bring up masturbation and semen on this podcast. We should just call it Semen You. Yeah, or Splash You.
Semen You, where we just talk about people that work on boats.
That's all we talk about. Semen You. For the boat enthusiasts. Our nautical class. All right, the music's playing. Here we go. Cliff Kill Notes, brief summary of the movie so you can follow along. Try, if you dare, on this one.
Yes.
Nick, have you ever wondered who makes those extended looping videos of the fireplaces?
Yes, I
have. The ones
ones
that people sometimes put on the TV during a holiday party if they don't have a real fireplace, or they just, they want some ambiance. Well, this is the story of Alex and his girlfriend Zoe. They rented a remote mountain cabin for a romantic getaway, and Alex has a side job filming fireplaces and posting them on YouTube. He's had his camera set up here all day, looking at this Yule log burning the fire. Things get weird though when the sheriff shows up to warn them of a killer on the loose. But that's just the beginning of the weirdness that's about to happen to our unlucky couple.
Yes,
that's all I'm gonna say.
Wow. That was good because it does
keep it short.
It keeps it short, but also I think it keeps our listeners guessing because
oh no!
Oh
shark
shit.
head! This shark head fell down.
We have a shark head in our
Ghost
studio.
Shark. Yeah, it's probably the aliens.
Ouija shark is back.
Ouija shark. Oh shit! That scared me. Sorry about that.
Yeah,
this is my second monster today. I'm jittery.
When I was getting back to your Cliff Kill, because there is a lot that's happening, and I think that we'll be able to gradually take. Yeah. This is going to be an adventure.
Yeah.
So
come along with us.
All six of you.
Ahoy,
strap
ahoy,
in.
mateys.
Yeah. Welcome to Seaman U.
Here we go.
The front of the boat is called a bow.
It is. And then there's port and starboard.
Isn't that what the candy is? Starboard?
Starburst.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same thing. We start out with a music playing and a fireplace.
A fireplace, just like the Yule Log that you see on Hallmark Channel, just like anything. And I wanted to make sure that I got the timing in. It's 3 minutes. 3 minutes, you're like watching this going, what's happening here? And
I think the idea was just that people would actually think that this was going to be a 75-minute loop.
I think it's just Casper's head, man. Just like the Too Many Cooks thing. Like you're starting off like, you're going to have a family and things are going great. And it's Grandpa, Grandpa Cook.
Lots of fun.
Yeah, so this was kind of that same, I think, dive to where you're like, hey, I mean, because their story is Alex is a filmer of this wonderful Yule Log tradition on YouTube, makes a little money at it, but this is how we start. 3 minutes in, though, we get a little commotion, and it's a cleaning lady, a landlady.
She shows up on the phone.
She shows up, I mean, she's kind of, it's a close-up of the fire, Andy.
Yeah.
So she's kind of in the mix.
You could hear in the background.
Yeah, she's like, hey, she's on the phone. She's like, hey, I'm not going to make it. I've got a rental. I got to clean up because some people
cleaning crew, flaked on me or something like that.
Exactly. So she's cleaning it up, and as she's talking on the phone, here's a knock at the door, and it's a lady asking if she can use the phone because her car broke down. Which in this day and age, Andy, the lady asked, which everyone would have asked, is what the fuck? What?
How come you don't have a cell phone?
Yeah, use your fucking cell phone. Oh, it broke down, but I want you to also. My cell phone's out of power, but I've also got this boy with me. He's my son.
Yeah, and he sounds like a.
Hey, mommy.
Yeah.
Can't play.
He sounds like that. They essentially just come in and accost this poor landlady. Again, the camera is holding on the fire close up. So you're just hearing all of this. You're not seeing any of it yet. But the cleaning lady stumbles onto the floor and crawls past the camera.
Yeah.
And this big, fat, beefy guy we call Pleatherface.
Pleatherface. Yes.
He has a paper cutout mask of a person.
That was my notes to you, Andy.
Yeah.
What I thought, my guess was a cheap paper mask, like you said,
Yeah,
very cheap mask. My guess, Aquaman.
I don't know. I think it just looked like a generic blonde
At first,
dude.
I thought it was too blonde to be, but it had that kind of Trump whiff to it.
Yeah.
But I was like, no.
It's a generic blonde face man.
I would
blonde
say,
man.
yeah, I would say picture like a new age. You remember when Aquaman had the blonde hair?
I suppose.
Not the Jason Momoa.
No.
Beefy Aquaman.
Yeah. See, and you claim to not know who he was in a past episode.
What?
Jason Momoa.
No, I just found out that he's in a movie now called Aquaman 2.
Yeah.
What's it? Jason Momoa?
Momoa, yeah.
I have no idea.
Okay, well, anyway, you're right. The old school comic book Aquaman was, white with blonde hair.
I don't want to spend too long
Very
on the mask,
handsome.
but
yeah, he's wearing that mask.
Pleatherface.
And he crawls past, he stumbles past the camera as well, chasing this poor landlady. I guess his mask comes off because Mama's right there behind him. Don't worry, I got your nice face. And she picks it up.
Yeah.
He's like, Mama, I dropped my face.
Yeah, because they did.
Right.
He does kind of. He's wearing nice like Ralph Lauren polo clothes.
Polo shirt. Yeah.
I mean, it looks kind of nice. Maybe something from Old Navy.
Slacks. Yeah. Something from Old Navy, big and tall, maybe, because he's a big dude.
He's a big dude. But what we find out, Andy, is that the cleaning lady or the landlady, whoever she is at the house, is no longer with us because the dumb boy begins to throw away evidence.
Yeah.
And so he throws away
bloody bra.
Bloody shorts, it looks like.
Yeah.
Just bloody.
And Mama's like, we can't put it in the fire. We have to bury it.
Yep.
But suddenly, there's another knock at the door.
You're
or
like
a car pulling up.
Yeah, a car pulling up, and then, nowadays it's pretty rad. They have that code, so you just can
Beep,
get in.
beep, beep. Yeah.
Beep, 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 beep.
Beep. That's how it
Just
sounds.
in case you guys
If you don't know
understand.
what a keypad sounds like,
Beep, beep.
that was right here on our soundboard. Beep, 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 beep. No, it was just... So Mama and the Pleatherface, big dude, are like, we gotta go hide. So they grab the body and they hide somewhere else in the house.
Yeah, and that's exactly what happens as Zoe and Alex, our romantic getaway couple, enter this cabin. The camera is still focusing on the fire, still like a Yule log, and you kind of hear her saying like, "Hey, did you leave the camera on this whole time?" And then all of a sudden, it's a pan out.
It zooms out.
Yeah. And it is now you just get the living room, Andy. You get the fire, but you get both couches, like a little love seat, maybe right directly in front of the camera, and a little bit of the front door. So it's you get a little bit more now. We're probably about like 6 minutes in.
Kind of a wide shot of the whole room. And this is what I mean when I say this was creative, because I think for a huge chunk of this part of the movie, it's like one take. There's a couple of cuts in there when they've like flashed to other time periods, but we'll get to that. But
I agree. I think it's live.
take.
I thought it was live action. I mean, that's kind of what it feels like.
They don't cut. Like there's people coming and going and entering and exiting the scene all at once.
Yeah, no, I dig it.
Camera, a constant camera shot on this, panoramic, dioramic view. Cinephile, this dioramic view of the movie, of the scenery
The
here.
dichotomy of the movement within the scene was parallel to the juxtaposition.
Hey, no, but really, I agree with you because it is kind of it's steady cam, but I just wondered like if there was takes involved.
I think there were, but we didn't. They were few and far between. So
Zoe and Alex. Zoe is, I'm just gonna go ahead and say she's an extreme environmentalist.
Oh yeah.
And Alex dabbles in advertising. Don't we all? But he also makes Yule log videos, and because someone has to, Andy.
Someone's got to do it.
Someone's got to make those. Someone's got to be in advertising.
He says
someone's got to make.
Yeah, he says he usually just films it for a few hours or most of the day and then loops it. So that's what he's been doing.
I can't. I got to take a break.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I had to step away, Andy.
Okay. Yeah, we're good.
Our little mascot Edith, needed her Kong.
She'd been with us since the beginning.
Yep.
Yeah.
Her Kong was under the couch in the studio here, so
He was like, "Give me my toy,
give me
please."
my toy.
So Alex and Zoe here.
It's a romantic getaway. Wine.
He pours some wine, right?
Is maybe a big question's coming up, Andy. Is the banter really important?
No, it's not.
Yeah.
I didn't make very many notes here. He zooms the camera out, but he keeps on filming, pours some wine, tries to set the mood.
Yes, but I also love how the camera goes out of focus and you see the reflection on the wine bucket.
There's an ice bucket.
Ice bucket, yeah.
Right in the corner of the screen, very close to the camera.
Yep.
You're right. And at some point,
A couple times during this.
the focus sharpens on that ice bucket, and we can see the reflection of big old Pleatherface
I love it.
creeping out of a doorway.
That was creative. I mean, it's kind
Very cool shot.
of there. Kind of lets you know that hey, there's other people within.
He's still here.
Yeah, they're still here. Mama and baby boy are still in there. As the night continues, Andy, it does happen. He does propose.
He proposes.
He says, "Zoe, I just love you. I want to be with you." But before she can say yes, which
She doesn't say
she
yes.
doesn't say yes yet, but she's kind of hemming and hawing. The cops,
Whoop, whoop.
a sheriff and a deputy show up at the door.
He asks if they've seen anything unusual. They're canvassing the area because they found a body on the other side of the mountain last
go.
night. Oh, dum dum. So the sheriff and the deputy come into the
They
house.
invite themselves in, yeah.
Yeah. And the sheriff asks where to get the logs for this
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah, totally.
Right.
He takes notice of the fire
Yeah.
and directly asks, because I never would thought of that question, but he does. The sheriff looks at Alex and Zoe and says, "Hey, where'd you get the log?"
Alex explains he got it from a tree on the way up with it had like rocks around it. And the sheriff says, well, that's a hanging tree. They used to hang slaves from that tree way back in the day.
It's a sacred tree, a demon tree,
Yeah.
fed on fear and all the blood spilled around it.
It was also, a cursed tree. The old Indian tribe that used to live in the area, Native American tribe that was in the area, called it a demon tree. You're right. The deputy says it fed on fear and the iron from the blood.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. Yeah, that had been spilled around it. So we're talking about a cursed tree.
Yeah, and I get so much out of the second watch.
Yeah, because when Zoe goes off to get a glass of water, the sheriff, you can see him pull some stuff out of his pocket and
I didn't
throw it
notice
into
it the
the
first
fire.
time. Second time I did.
Me too. He throws like looks like torn up pieces of paper
Yeah.
in the fire.
Because the sheriff does ask Zoe for some water. Zoe does run off to grab him a cup. And this is as the deputy is taking notice of the camera that's up.
Yeah.
But as the sheriff receives the water from Zoe, he decides not to drink it, Andy. No!
No.
He decides not to drink it. He decides to put it in a baser and shove it up. No, I'm sorry. He uses it to put out the fire.
Yeah,
he uses it to put out the fire that is burning because it's kind of, it's bothering the sheriff. And
Right. He even says, like, don't relight that.
Yeah,
He
baby,
tells them,
bury the log.
take it out, don't touch it, pick it up with some cloth, take it out, bury it, and maybe say a prayer. And what are you folks doing up here anyway? And Alex is like, well, we were having a nice time until you two showed up talking about dead bodies and demon trees. And the deputy says, wait till he tells you about the aliens.
Boom, 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 boom.
Da-da-da-da.
I started cracking up.
Foreshadowing.
I was like, see, that was another one too, because you just think it's kind of like, oh, I'll tell you about the aliens, like, ha, 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 ha. And then, but little do they know.
Right.
There are surprises that this cabin and the land around this cabin have in store for these vacationers.
Yes.
But back to the camera, the deputy is curious, as most people are, I'm sure, about this job. But
Yeah.
It's
There's a few people throughout the movie like,
what do you do really?
You just videotape these fires?
Getting a lot of views on YouTube is obviously good for clicks and advertising. And
We
that
should try it.
generates you money. Yeah. What if it's just a picture of a Yule log, but it's just you and I just sitting there talking?
Doing the podcast?
Yeah,
With
but
a fire burning?
bright fire burning behind us, and maybe we're not wearing much.
Okay.
Some creative socks that people go, ooh. And then if they like the socks, we can send them to the link to buy the socks, and then we can make money off that.
There you go.
And maybe like some pasties.
Sure.
Everyone needs pasties.
Whatever doesn't get us banned from YouTube.
Again, we bring up the Yule log job. Alex also mentions that he did this really big gig in Bali where he did like a bonfire, a beach bonfire that was kind of like a Yule log on the beach.
Has
And
over
so
1 million views.
Yeah, and so the sheriff noted, and I got this in the second watch too. Sheriff says, "Well, if you recorded this log on that, you better erase it."
Erase it, yeah. Interesting.
So I thought they good. And so this is real quick. They leave. The sheriffs leave. But how do you think we should explain to the four listeners that we have like flashbacks to different eras?
Yeah, it's weird. Like the shot, it's like a old school Star Wars wipe.
Yeah, it's a wipe. No, it's
a wipe.
It's a slow wipe.
Camera transition, slow wipe of the same scene, but it's you clearly in the past.
Yeah, it's like
black and white.
Two kids
Two kids with Davy Crockett
coonskin caps.
coontail caps,
Yeah,
playing with toy pistols in the living room.
Totally, Cowboys.
That's it.
Cowboys, Indians. It's not really much, but Alex.
It wipes back to the present day then.
Where Alex wants an answer. He's like, "Come on, Zoe. I mean, you're gonna give me."
Yeah, you didn't say yes.
And this is where I feel like this shit is drawn out.
A little bit.
I felt like there's pockets of this throughout the flick. Didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fast forwarded some of the dialogue because she's really just worried about the future.
Yeah.
And what might happen if they get married. And the earth is going to hell in a handbasket. Why would I have kids? Blah, blah, blah. He's the optimist. Like, there's always going to be bad things going on, but I'm going to get through it with you. And if the whole world's going to hell in a handbasket, I want to be in the handbasket with you. And if the whole world's in a handbasket, then we are already in a handbasket together.
We'll be together. She does look at him and says, "So you really want to be with me?" And he goes, "Yes, I want to be with your stupid, dumb, idiot self." And she says, "You always know the right things to say."
The right things to say.
He just called you dumb, stupid idiot.
Oh, in an affectionate way.
Yeah, but still, I mean,
she's worried about what if I, grind you down like my mom did to my dad. And he's like, "You're not going to grind me down. Maybe you're polishing me."
Yeah, so it's just
polish this turd.
Another screen wipe,
Yes.
flashback screen wipe where we see a woman slave serving dinner to a white man.
Yeah, all the way back to slave times.
Yes, and it doesn't seem to be a bad, like, I mean,
No.
they're talking,
Yeah,
and having it seems like it's a cordial, but it's just like I said, it's a swipe.
right.
And they kind of go, and so then Alex hears someone outside as the screen comes back to our lovers, Alex and Zoe, and the code, they kind of freak out because,
Beep beep boop beep. That's what the code sounds like.
Hit that button again.
Yeah, beep beep boop beep.
There you go. That's high technology, Andy.
Do we know what each other's dick shot kills are? We didn't really say, did
Yeah,
we?
I know what mine is.
Okay,
I think it's the start of one.
Okay, I'm gonna have
Yours
to pick.
definitely should be the first one.
Okay, good.
Dun, dun,
It
dun.
is.
Yeah.
All right, great.
I mean, is that cool?
This is some high tech behind the scenes right now. This is how we plan our dick shot kills.
Yeah, you guys, this should be on Patron or something, man.
So with the beep beep boops, enter another group.
It's a double booked fucking cabin.
No. And this is a group of 4 coming in.
Ben, who's kind of our nerd type, Beth, who's kind of like our all around girl, Henry, the stoner, and Holly, the looker.
Holly, the sex appeal.
Yes, they're podcasters, and they're here at this cabin because they're going to do a podcast. They're interviewing people because the wicked lands around them are just notorious for spirits, aliens,
Alien
lynchings.
abduction,
Like
yeah.
there's just so this is great for a murder podcast that they do.
Right. Have you heard of our podcast?
Yeah.
It's always just like, no,
Yeah,
I haven't
we
heard of your
don't
podcast.
care.
Nobody cares about your podcast.
And so they're kind of like, well,
They're a lot like us, Nick. That's what I'm getting at.
they make no money.
They don't have any listeners.
They just do it for the fun.
Yeah.
But what they did is that they planned out. They're like, "Can you leave?" And they're like, "We can't leave." The 4 of them because all 4 of them, took edibles
Yeah.
and planned it. So it takes about 45 minutes. So
Right.
they took it right. So when they arrived,
It would hit. Yeah. We can't drive. We're incapacitated at this point.
yeah. So I guess both parties are trying to figure out their shit. Alex is on the phone with the landlady.
They
and
try to call the owner. Yeah. And her phone rings right
Yeah,
there,
you can-
or vibrates in the home.
Yeah, and so
They find it.
The murder podcast. It goes by the name. There's a podcast in the house. Horrible name for a
Oh,
podcast.
yeah. That's
their-
really bad.
And then they hear
It should be /you.
that's the best fucking podcast name ever. I talked to some marketers from Beverly Hills.
Oh, did you?
I met them, and they were like, "What do you do for a living?" I'm like, "I'm a professional podcaster."
Okay.
And they went, "What is your genre?" And I went, "Well, the one that I'm really well known for is anime porn, and the second one I do is
My lesser known.
my lesser known one is a horror slasher genre called /you." And they went, "Ooh."
Oh, my.
They
Like
went, "That is
you? Like university?
And I
Yes.
went, it could mean
absolutely.
both, though.
Yeah, it could.
/you
/you.
or /you. But they get the phone but things are starting to kind of, because that definitely flips out Zoe. That flip out,
is like, who left? Why would she leave her phone here? It makes no sense. Let's call the sheriff. Let's call the sheriff. Alex gets on the horn because the sheriff left his card. Alex gets on to try to call the sheriff while the group talks about the podcast.
And they also noticed Alex's camera. Another group comes in. Holly notices the camera, gives Alex a nice cleavage shot.
Are you guys shooting a porno?
Yeah, and
she gets right in front of it.
She's got boobies, but they're covered. But she definitely sticks them in the camera. And, again, everyone's just kind of interested in Alex's hobby. And don't forget, remember, Andy, Mom and Leatherface are still
in the house.
Still in the house.
Yeah.
And I thought this was interesting because it made me look something up, Andy. Alex kind of dives into their podcast a little bit more and says, "Oh, did you mention aliens?
Yeah.
About this being a famous area where we're at?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, aliens and lynching. If you look at one of the most famous lynching photos, which I did actually look up, I fell for it.
Emily,
it's not there.
Oh.
It's an old lynching photo, and there's an alien there. An alien
That's
there.
what he claims, yeah.
Yeah, that they're wearing a mask and a wristwatch.
Yeah.
Which wristwatches weren't invented back then.
Right.
And, kind of that mix with alien. And he mentions the abduction of Esther Dickinson.
Esther Dickinson.
There you go.
While Ben's talking about that, we do get another, wipe shot.
There you go.
A wipe camera transition of an old-timey, lady, was the 50s lady, I think, in the living room. That's it, and it kind of wipes back to present day.
So, because they're saying that when she was abducted, when she came back, she was 10 pounds lighter, and doctors actually, could back that she lost some organs.
Like missing a kidney and stuff.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, hey, that's cool. We get another flashback, Andy, that I don't like. Again, when we say flashback, it's a slow wipe, students. It's she's credited as 90s girl, and then it's the boys from the 50s, and then a dad in the 60s, and then back to the slave woman. And I guess
Isaac is
his name,
Yeah.
And it stops there. It stops on the slave woman and Isaac,
Right.
and she's asking Isaac to give her son a quilt because her son was recently taken from her because he was able to be sold to another slave owner.
Right. Isaac's marveling at the cornbread. Rosa, this is delicious. And she just says, Mr. Isaac, can you give this quilt to my son? He's, down there with Mr. Luther, and I know he doesn't like thunder, and this quilt will, help him cope with that, whatever.
Being a good mom.
Being a great mom. But the man, Isaac, explains, he's like, why don't you have a seat here, Rosa? Yeah. I have to tell you, I didn't sell your son to Mr. Luther, but actually to Mr. Arfield, who we guess is much more cruel to his slaves, because this makes Rosa very angry.
Very angry.
She's very distraught. And before the conversation goes any further, we wipe back to present day.
Present day. Great. That was, I was following it, listening to it.
Almost as if you've seen it.
I did, yeah. But no, I feel like if I did see it, I was there.
Yeah. Holly, Beth, and Henry decide they're going to go to the hot tub.
Yeah, that's exactly it. The new accommodation, the edibles are kicking in. Let's hit the hot tub. Zoe does not like this.
Right.
Ben, the kind of nerdy guy that's, I guess he's kind of seems like to me to be the forerunner or the front runner of this podcast. It's like, I don't want to get in a hot tub. I'm going to go take a shower. So Alex wants to hit the hot tub, and I'm guessing it's because of Holly, because Holly strips down in front of the camera and is wearing a thong, and she's wearing a small top, so her boobies are very exposed. So Alex is like, "Yeah, I'll join the hot tub," and Zoe's like, "Bullshit."
We got to go unpack.
Yeah, we're gonna
Alex.
go pack. So the gang leaves the living room, and the fire suddenly just
flares
back up, and And it looks like we're taken to another portal through the fireplace.
This is where we stop that shot.
Yes.
So for this entire time, students, it's been the same camera shot of the living room.
Very good.
The same thing. Just camera pointing right at the fireplace with the couches on either side in the room. So as soon as everybody leaves the scene, we're right, the fire flares up, and we zoom rapidly into the fire, almost as if it was like another world within the fire.
Yeah, but it comes back.
And it comes back, and it's like a POV.
Yes.
And now we see the rest of the house.
Yeah.
We see the gang, the three of the Holly, Henry, and Beth going out into the hot tub. They're jabbering and talking as they leave the room. We see Beth and Alex, or Zoe and Alex, going into the bedroom where they're at.
Yep.
You hear Zoe like, I'm not comfortable with them in the house, whatever.
Yeah, totally.
And this floating POV moving through the house, you could tell whatever it is on fire because of the sound and the light flickering, crackling and flickering off of the walls as it floats all the way up the stairs into the bathroom where Ben is taking a shower. He opens the curtain, and then this thing flies in his face. It's a first person, bam, bam, hitting poor Ben in the face. And his face gradually gets more and more smashed in and beat up and bloody. And he's dead. And that's my Dick Kill Shot of the Week. Dick Kill Shot of the Week.
Dick shot. Kill of the
Dick
week.
Shot Kill of the Week.
Great dick.
Very brutal.
Force. I mean, it's 4
Blunt
whacks.
force.
And like the third one, I mean, they did a really good job here. It's like his eyeballs popping out.
Yeah.
His face is fully caved fucking in.
Gross.
And it gives it one more hit. I know that was Andy's, but it was a good kill.
Suddenly.
It really woke me up.
Yeah, and suddenly the flame sort of jumps, I put that in quotes, back into the fireplace as everyone comes back inside.
Yeah, and it's kind of cool. The 3 podcasters that left, again, Beth is Ben's girlfriend, and Henry, the stoner with long hair, and Holly, the good-looking. They're done with the jacuzzi.
Right.
And they're kind of
They
making
were
a
only
joke.
in there for like 5 minutes, I guess.
Well, I mean, I guess.
Maybe that whole thing took
I
longer.
can only take about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
They, this is kind of an interesting segue because as they're walking in, they're making a joke that Holly only likes Asian guys.
Yeah.
I didn't think Henry, the long-haired stoner, looked really Asian to me. But
Well, you don't see race, Nick.
I don't
You're an
see-
amazing
there you
person.
go.
But yeah,
but
she's like, I like smart, successful guys.
Yeah, and
who
Henry's
just,
like-
they haven't all be Asian.
yeah. Henry, who's a horrible actor.
Yeah.
They're all 3 sitting in the living room. Beth, Henry, and Holly, and they're just kind of, like I said, going back and forth and jibing with Holly. But Alex, remember Zoe's boyfriend, comes out of his room for a drink in the kitchens, and he kind of joins the podcasters and just has some talking. And then this is where I wrote, Andy, more dumb dialogue.
Yeah, because Beth kind of scooches her feet a little closer to
I didn't write that down.
to Alex on the couch.
It seems like
You're
she's
so smart.
her boyfriend is taking a shower, who she does not know is fucking has a face bashed in now, and she's I think she's getting a little
Flirty.
flirty with
Right.
Alex.
Well, the edible's kicking in. Zoe comes out and just is like, I don't want to part of any of this. I'm going to bed.
But she does notice the fire.
How come the fire's back on? And Alex is like, oh, yeah. Who lit the fire? Why is the fire back up? Nobody can explain it. They
Yeah.
just accept that the fire's back. I don't know. Maybe they figure Ben came down and did it while they were all
I
out
don't
of the
think
room.
they're not really thinking it's a big deal. And Henry looks over and offers edibles.
You guys
Anybody
want an
it?
edible?
And
Alex
yeah.
is like, yes, sir.
Zoe's like, nope. And he's like, well, I'll join you in a little bit because I'm gonna hang out here and fucking eat this gummy.
Yeah.
So
And this is where Alex tells the rest of them a little bit about Zoe's past.
I didn't understand this. I knew about the gun. I wrote this for you, Andy. I mean, I know it's what's the story with the heavy flow? Why her depression? Why
She's
she
so
carries
uptight.
a gun?
Oh, I don't. He said she works with a nonprofit
Yes.
that helps save the coral reefs, and they do fundraisers and such. And Zoe's responsible for the money. So one night at the end of a big fundraiser, she's taken the bag of money. She's supposed to go to the bank with it,
Yeah.
put it in the night deposit box. But for whatever reason, he's like, she had her period.
Yeah,
And she
and she had a heavy flow.
She had heavy flow, so she couldn't go.
couldn't
I
think of
don't know
anything
why
else.
that had to be the reason.
I don't either.
But whatever. And I don't know why Alex needed to divulge that to the 3 people that
She
he
wasn't
just met.
feeling well.
I know if that had happened to my wife, she would not like me telling 3
if it happened to
strangers.
you know, I would have said she wasn't feeling well.
Exactly.
And she needed someone to hook her up.
But Alex is kind of a douche at this point. Did I mention he's like a dollar store Christian Slater? He's definitely like a knockoff like Christian Slater.
He's like a Christian Slater.
Proxy.
grew up like in Iowa.
Right. So anyway, he's said
Sorry.
Zoe had her period and couldn't take the money to the bank for whatever reason. So this other girl did it. And apparently the other girl got mugged and killed. And Zoe, of course, blamed herself. Like, that was supposed to be me.
Yes.
Which is part of the reason she's got anxiety and carries her gun because anything could happen at any
you go.
time. She's always prepared.
Gun's important.
And Alex even says she has it with her. It's
Yep.
it's in the bedroom. She brought it with this weekend. Anyway,
Yeah, it's kind of just.
he's going on and on. And
yeah,
Henry,
Henry's kind of stoned.
he's so high.
He is looking into this fire, and there's a little guy there
He's a
going,
little
"Come
man.
on,
Hey, come on.
come on, join me." So eventually, Henry does, Andy. He gets on his knees and hands and crawls into the fire.
Yeah.
The man in the fire is like, I can't believe you made it. He winds up behind the fire and what looks like a little den bar.
Yeah.
The bartender, the
It's
owner.
kind of like a speakeasy looking.
Yeah, the bartender has a moose head.
Yeah. The bartender's got like antlers.
Yeah, and a moose. He's a moose. I mean, but he's like a moose centaur. Well, no. He's the reverse of a centaur. He's got the face of a moose and the body of a human. There's your Halloween costume for next year, Andy.
And this little man is just like,
Is he the devil?
I don't know.
I think he's the devil.
Is he the representation? Is he the
He's
fire?
a representation of Satan.
But he's in the fire.
Well, if you look at the cross dynamics of what the fire represents
Here we go.
Well, no, I'm just kidding.
But he says to Henry, like, this is like that meme.
Yeah.
That meme with the dog sitting at the table going, this is fine.
It is. It was kind of good. That
The
was,
whole room's on fire
Yeah.
and he's just sitting at the table. Yeah.
yes, he offers Henry, his guest, a beverage, and he's like, do you want anything to drink? He's like, yeah, I feel Dr. Pepper. And he's like, no, I've got a Nurse Nutmeg.
Okay.
Dr. Pepper, Nurse Nutmeg. Anyway, they talk. Takes him to an elevator, Andy, where they move around to different moments, I guess.
The elevator goes back and forth in time.
Yeah, exactly. And he stops on Henry's mother.
Pregnant.
With him.
Henry.
Yep.
Asleep on a couch.
Yeah,
And
stops right there.
so the view from the elevator essentially is the view outward from the fire.
Yeah.
And Henry, all the while, this little man is talking about how Henry could have been more successful.
Yep.
So when they stop and they see Henry's like, this is my mom. She's pregnant with me. The man explains, like, you crawl out there. I'll give you this magic marker.
Yeah.
It's a magic marker.
Yeah.
And if you crawl out there and sneak into the kitchen and you write a note on the fridge, A++, you will be born and be successful. It'll
Don't wake
change
your
your
mom up.
past.
Yeah,
don't wake her up.
Don't wake her up.
So he's essentially like gone back in time and giving Henry a chance to change his past.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
Henry, stoned as fuck, crawls out and very quietly,
Yes.
cautiously, tears a piece of paper off of the notepad on the table and writes A++ and hangs it on the fridge. He crawls back into the fire, and the man's like, did you do it? And Henry's like, yeah, I did it. I just did exactly what you said. I took the marker and I wrote A++ on her stomach. I mean, on the fridge. And the man's like, what did you say? And suddenly Henry's like holding a red
Yeah.
magic marker. And the man's like, I don't think you followed my directions. And Henry's like, no, I did it. I wrote it on her stomach. No, the fridge. And suddenly he's holding a knife.
A bloody knife.
Bloody knife. And the camera view changes and we see his mom is on the couch.
The pregnant mother.
Stabbed to death, bloody as hell.
Yeah, dead, obviously.
Dead. And that's funny because the man goes, I don't argue with people who don't exist.
And so
And Henry fades away.
Henry's gone because we go back to the cabin, like we transferred back to the
scene, the living room.
scene in the living room. Everyone is feeling the edibles, and
It's not Henry.
Holly is with a different Asian,
A different Asian guy.
because Henry doesn't exist. So this shorter, very short hair, more
His
clean
name's
cut.
Hunter.
Yeah, more clean cut.
Yeah.
Beth is still putting on the moves on Alex.
Alex,
They
yep.
both have partners. But it doesn't matter.
So it's like Henry never existed.
Henry doesn't existed. But Beth does finally, Andy, remember her boyfriend
What's
Ben.
taking Ben so long?
And they're like, well,
probably masturbating.
Yeah, probably jerking one
The
off.
shower's covered in semen.
On a scale of one shower covered in semen. No.
Yeah.
But Beth goes, oh shit. So she goes upstairs to check on him in the bathroom and discovers his bashed in face.
He has no face.
Has no face. Yeah. So
His skull is caved in.
she screams. Everyone runs into the bathroom, and the smart decision, Andy. Let's call the cops. Let's call the sheriff.
Holly's like, can we give him mouth to mouth? Like, he doesn't have a fucking mouth because his
Holly's-
whole face is gone.
Yeah, that trope where the good-looking person can't be smart.
Can't be smart. Right.
Beth is on the phone, and as she's talking on the phone, trying to get through to the sheriff, suddenly this log comes flying in, a flying log that's flaming, and just bashes just her half of her face deteriorates. You know, just bam. I mean, just
Just imagine a huge fireplace log. hitting you in the side of the head.
35
at,
miles
like,
an hour.
Mach 10.
Cruise control set on 35, yeah. Mach 10, but still.
Really fast.
And so
Beth's dead.
yeah, so Beth's
Everybody freaks out.
the log kind of flips off and lands on the floor. So new Asian guy Hunter
Yeah.
decides like let me put out the fire. So doesn't he grab a blanket, Andy?
He grabs a blanket
Yeah.
and puts it on top of the log because it's going to burn the house down. And the log just launches off the floor and bashes Hunter against the ceiling.
Yeah, like he's holding onto the
He's
log.
holding onto it, and it's flying around the room and hits him against the walls and hits him against the ceiling, and so he's dead. He wasn't in the movie very long.
Is it flying around like
Yeah.
he's fucking in Dumbledore playing Quidditch or something? I don't know.
Bam,
Yeah,
bam,
just
yeah.
flying around.
And so Zoe, Alex, and Holly all run and hide in a bedroom.
This is what I thought was so fun. Okay, if you haven't seen the movie, just please try to picture a flaming log, cruising the house, like stalking the whole house, like a shark
Stalking.
would,
Yeah.
like a shark.
Like a ghost shark?
Yeah,
A Ouija shark?
like a Ouija shark. But I mean, this log is like, I'm a shark. Like I think it identifies as a shark.
It's
Because
just,
it's just kind
hovering
of
and
hovering on flaming and kind of just looking for someone to kill around the
Right,
house.
right.
And so they get into the room, and Zoe calls 911 and goes, "There's a log trying to get in the room and kill us."
Yeah. Holly even says,
A
"Don't."
log is trying to kill you?
Holly says, "Don't say that. They won't send anybody. They'll think you're nuts." But they don't know the address. They're like, it's the Airbnb on something, and suddenly the log is outside the house, outside the window, and it screams, "Arson! Arson!" and bashes through the window at them, and they run out of the bedroom.
They run to the bedroom. But this is also as before they run to the bedroom, the 911 operator says there is no male sheriff. There's a female police officer here.
Oh, yeah.
So we get the idea that sheriff and deputy that visited them,
Yeah.
not legit.
We don't have a sheriff. We have a
Yeah.
chief of police.
So
yeah,
the
yeah.
log, like arson,
Arson.
like clicks in, and so it busts in, and as I wrote, it talks too. It
Yeah.
talks. Like
It talks.
Arson.
Well, Alex and Zoe.
Sounds like Dave Mustaine.
Alex and Zoe get separated from Holly. Holly runs downstairs as Alex and Zoe hide in a closet. They hear Holly scream, and Alex and Zoe are like, "Oh shit, what about Holly?" And Alex is like, "She'll be fine. I'm sure she ran outside."
Yeah, they're in a closet with no windows. That's
And
why they think
this
they're
is
safe.
another bit of dialogue that's like, ugh. You clapping because you agree?
Yes.
It was a little drawn out because Zoe's panicking. Like, there's a fucking cursed
It's a curse.
log, and Alex is like, "It's bullshit. There's somebody fucking with us with like a drone or something."
Pre-recorded screams.
Pre-recorded screams. It's not real.
Yeah.
He suddenly remembers that his camera's still running.
Yeah.
And she explains that it was the sheriff. He sprinkled something in the fire and he cursed everything. And Alex is just like, "Yeah, well, if it's true, then we have it all on tape."
He's thinking more of the monetary value
Yeah,
of the
he's like,
situation.
it's the first real photographic evidence of supernatural, and this would be like Marvel movie big, and
Well,
I want
yeah.
Chris Pratt to play
Yeah,
me.
it's-
I would have Christian Slater play him, but in any case, he's just like, he's talking about how to cash in on it. And meanwhile, the log hears them through the vent, the heating vent. And
Why would you have a heating vent in your closet? Like, why would you need?
that's a great question, Nick.
A vent to
Why
come
would
in.
the furnace need to vent into the closet?
Yeah,
Gotta
but-
heat this closet up.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah.
a cabin in the woods, maybe. But anyway,
But-
it's a great way for our our
Log.
shark Yule log to get into.
Yeah.
To get at him.
Comes into the vent, and they bust out of the closet and slam the door, trapping it in the closet for now, I guess, and run downstairs. But before they can get out of the cabin, Mr. Pleatherface shuts the door
Yes.
and bonks Alex and Zoe on the head.
Don't forget about Mama.
Mama's there, too.
And Pleatherface.
Yeah, they've been in there the whole time.
the whole time. So Pleatherface places both Holly and Zoe tied up next to the fire.
Yeah.
Mama is telling him, "Hey, son, you get to pick your pleasure.
Right.
Because you know what? You don't kill them. You gotta love them.
But
You gotta squeeze the boobies."
compliment them.
Yeah.
Girls love compliments.
So his idea of compliments, "I like your boobies."
Yep.
Which is probably pretty similar to my pickup lines. No, I'm just kidding.
Technically, it is a compliment. Probably not the best one.
Not the
but
best one.
Technically, it is a
But
compliment.
guess what? Mama, I think, wants some
Yeah.
penis too.
She has Alex tied up in the laundry room.
And
Next room.
grossly eats pimento cheese as she talks to him.
She's got a knife and she's scooping pimento cheese into her mouth.
Oh,
It's
God.
disgusting.
It
her,
is.
Her teeth are nasty. She's nasty.
But I think that's the whole vision of this, and they did a great job.
Yeah, yeah. So, this was like more more
Well,
dialogue.
he's kind of doing a cutback, like
Back and forth.
intercutting between Mama and Pleatherface. So Pleatherface is kind of deciding. He's trying to pick Holly or Zoe.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. If I was Pleatherface, I'd probably go like, "Honey, will you marry me?"
Yeah.
I'd probably ask Holly to marry me.
Holly's got the cleavage hanging out, so of course he picks her.
So Holly's looking at Pleatherface, looking at Holly's like, "Zoe's way prettier than me."
Yeah. And Zoe's rubbing her tied up hands against the edge of the fireplace mantle to try to cut the ropes.
But Pleatherface does eventually pick Holly.
Picks Holly.
I kind of think like, oh no, hopefully he doesn't assault her too much and kill her.
Right.
But then it intercut back to Alex and Mother, and he's trying to connect with her.
Yeah.
But she just wants penis. She's like, you're trying to connect with me, thinking like that in all those movies where you get to know me as a person, but I just want your penis, Alex. She straddles him, pimento cheese breath, just and
she force feeds him a little pimento cheese.
Why am I getting a boner during
I don't know.
this? But it's
I don't know.
weird, but it's happening.
They blather on about their situation or whatever. Alex is just like, your son, he could be in the trades,
She doesn't care. She just wants a grandbaby.
Yeah.
She's like, we'll raise the baby and we'll keep the girl in the basement. We have a nice basement.
Right.
I just give me a fucking grandbaby.
Right. But Pleatherface ends up leaving Holly alone. She's not dead.
Yeah.
He goes back to Zoe. And that's where he's just like, I like your boobies.
Yeah.
And he's like, check out my body. And he grabs the axe off the floor and he raises it
Breaks
over
it.
his head and breaks it in
Which
half.
now would be easy. That would not be an easy
Very
thing
strong. Very, very strong. And he lumbers towards Zoe. And he's like, do you want to see my wiener?
to do. No, it's ding dong.
Ding dong.
I
Wanna
want to
see
show you my
ding-dong?
ding dong.
As he goes to pull out his ding dong, we get some flashes of the past. The other people who've been in the cabin with terrible things happening. The 90s girl with the headphones reaches for a knife to slice her wrists.
Oh, the knife.
Yeah, she reaches
That
for
knife.
Yeah, there's the 50s mom who's like getting lightheaded because she was abducted by aliens or whatever. There's a man, I think that's the 60s. It's in
60s
color. And he had been earlier. We saw his wife leaving for work or leaving the house.
When
And
he
and
likes
now
to,
he's got a dress on and he's
and bra. He has lingerie on.
he's prancing around the room. We stop then on Rosa, the slave,
And Isaac,
Isaac, the
her
owner, talking
slave
about
owner.
her son, where she was angry. Remember?
Yes, she was pissed.
She was very mad, and she ends up stabbing Isaac.
Grabbing a blue blanket.
She grabs the quilt that she made.
Yeah, the blue quilt.
Over his head and stabs him on the top of the head, saying, "He's our son.
Our son.
Our son."
That motherfucker was your boy. And
So when the log was screaming, "Arson, arson," that was Rose's voice screaming, "Our son, our son,
our son. Oh,
Yeah.
oh my God.
our son."
Dude.
Are you just making that connection?
Yes. Holy shit, you cinephile fuck.
I watched it twice. Yeah.
Our son.
She was screaming, "Our son." He was our son. So Isaac did a little Thomas Jefferson action. Had some sex with his.
That is.
Had some sex with his slave. They had a boy, and he sold the boy. And she ends up killing Isaac, screaming, "That was our son, our son."
Holy shit! I could have done 5 watches, and I still wouldn't
So
have
that's
gotten it.
her voice, the log going,
Yeah.
"Our son, our son." That was her
Because
voice.
I was thinking because it's trying to burn everything. Arson.
Nope. The log screams some other things too. We'll get to that.
Yes. And we also want to bring up that Mama now is kind of threatening Alex with the gun. She's
Yeah.
like, "We've been listening to you all night.
Yeah.
Don't think we haven't heard about that gun that your girl had."
Yeah.
So she pulls it out and she's like rubbing his face with the
Yeah.
gun.
She didn't say yes to your proposal.
Yeah. So this is when the Pleatherface is getting
he's
ready.
getting his wiener out.
Yeah, he's like, this is, like, I want to show you my ding dong. And he's getting ready to pull out the his weenie, but all of a sudden that log comes back
Out of the fire.
and bashes him in the back of the head.
Yeah.
And, this is kind of when Pleatherface is trying to ward off the log with the axe.
He's really strong, so
Doesn't the fight go all the way back? Yeah, so
Goes
the
outside.
It goes to the fight. They're wrestling. I mean, it's a demonic, supernatural burning log and a big Old Navy, big and tall, wearing fucking.
chalk this up to things that we'll never say out loud again because he's so weird. Like only on /U are you gonna hear this combination of words together, like a burning demonic possessed log fighting a mentally slow, mentally deformed, or
6'8",
physically deformed,
fashionable.
yeah, but dressed well. And right, the fight goes all the way outside, and Leatherface grabs the log and flings it off into the woods and chases it. You
after.
can hear the log screaming like,
Yeah.
"I'm not a sodomite, and you never loved me, and mommy, you're hurting me." You can hear it. These are all voices of the past scenes that we've seen, the wipes that we've seen.
I want to know about that '90s girl. Do you think it was suicide she used a knife for?
Yeah.
I want to.
Yeah, because there'll be another.
Cool. I'm
wipe.
glad. See, this is why I'm glad I do this podcast with you,
Yeah.
Andy.
This
Not
log
only because
has
of your good looks,
this
but because
obvious-
I didn't realize that this was.
This log's absorbed
Yes,
all of the
I
fear
got,
and
but
anger.
so we'll keep
Yeah.
going. But we're back with Mom and Alex, and lights.
Some
lights hit the window.
It's
And
the cops.
It's the cops. Alex is stoked, like, you motherfucking bitch. Like, we called the cops are here. She's like, that ain't no cop car. It's a motherfucking spaceship, alien.
Ooh, UFO.
Yeah, it's a motherfucking spaceship, and here comes an alien. I guess their budget kind of ran out because it's obviously just a dude wearing an alien mask. She tries to shoot the alien with the gun that she found in Zoe's bag. Yeah, and it just kind of bounces off of him.
Why wouldn't he be bulletproof?
Yeah.
He's an alien.
No, but axes can kill him. Anyway,
Technology.
he's got a gun that shoots out ropes, and not semen ropes. It looks like it looks like ornate arteries. Like arteries shoot out of this gun, and the arteries hit your eyes, both nostrils, and your mouth. So he fires the gun at Mama and just drains her, I guess, of her blood and her
Everything.
Yeah, she just falls down to a sack of nothing. Mm-hmm. And then he gets Alex too. He gets Alex with those, I call them arteries, suck tubes.
Suck tubes.
Suck tubes. But it's in his alien gun, and so it kind of just fucking drains out Alex. But intercut back to Holly and Zoe, and they're both still alive. And here comes the alien. Mm-hmm. And okay, the flashbacks.
Holly recognizes him. Holly's like, it's one of the silver ones. They're the worst.
Oh yeah.
Because they do
a podcast.
They do a podcast about UFOs.
Take the flashbacks, will you? Because it goes back to Slave, Esther, cross-dressing dad, the slave, the knife.
Yeah. That's the. We wipe back to the old stuff. Other terrible things that have happened in the house. I think that's where we see a couple ladies who are apparently attending a funeral, saying like, the girl who cut her wrists. Like, if she'd have just lost some weight, she probably would have felt better about herself.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah. So,
shit.
Yeah, and it was like the wife and another guy walking in on the dude wearing the dress, and they like tackle him, and he's like, "I'm not a sodomite." He just likes to wear women's clothing. The two young boys, the 50s boys, the black and white, where Mom was just like, "I told you boys to be quiet." Maybe she became abusive because one of the things the log said was, "Mommy, you're hurting me."
Yes.
Yeah. So like all this shit's happened, and including Rosa, the slave, stabbing her owner Isaac.
That is crazy because this knife now suddenly falls into the hand of Zoe.
Yeah.
Because the alien is now out in front of...
The knife's been hidden in the fireplace for all these years, and this knife has seen all this shit.
All this shit. The alien is, I guess, turned on by the girls because tongues emit from his face. From every orifice of his body, tongues, what I assume are tongues.
I said testicles. Tentacles. Not testicles. Tentacles come out of his face.
That would be even better.
Yeah.
But tongue,
balls.
testicles. I get. But to me, it's a sign of him getting turned on. But before the alien can do anything, I guess alien goo splatters across Zoe's face. Mm-hmm. The alien drops, and there's our Pleatherface boy.
He lopped off the alien's head.
Yeah, and so that definitely killed the alien.
Absolutely.
So now Pleatherface is like, let's get back to my ding dong.
Yeah.
And he comes up to Zoe and he's pulling out his weenus.
He just wants to pick up where he left off.
And before he can do it, we get my dick kill.
Shot of the week. Dick shot. Kill of the week.
Dick shot kill the week. Literally. She stabs him repeatedly in the dick. No, I'm not saying that that's the one that kills him, but I mean it's the start of his death.
Oh yeah.
And she like fucking repeatedly stabs him in the dick. Going back to episode 1 of Slash U, this is the whole reason why Dick Shot Kill started. And I think we've only seen like 3, so this is definitely
First kill of our first movie.
Yeah, and I think we saw one later in the movie, which I'm not going to.
Which I think was also your Dick Shot Kill.
Yeah, it's always anytime there's a Dick Shot Kill, I'm just going to be my Dick Shot Kill. But so that is kind of gets special point off the girls.
But the killing blow on him was. She stabbed him in the dick, but to actually kill him.
Oh yeah, she stabbed him in the eye.
Hit him in the eye.
Yeah, hit him in the eye. She runs for
We never
Alex.
see his face. He had the paper mask on the whole time.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
never see his real face.
I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
kind
I like it.
Yeah, leaves us up to the leaves
Probably
us
looks
up
like
to
Sloth from the Goonies.
yeah, or Eric Stoltz or Mask.
Yeah.
My mom is Cher.
Or Victor Crowley.
Or
maybe.
Victor Crowley.
Rocky Road.
Daddy. How are you been, Daddy? She runs for
We're
Alex.
so
How is Alex still alive?
Yeah.
He had the same suck tubes in his face.
Maybe the alien's like tank thing was full from sucking all the fluids out of Mama.
So his suck tube could only
his suck tube could only handle a couple more things. So Alex is just
suck tubes.
Alex just looked like he just looks like he's kind of like drained. Like he's all.
That's where the Christian Slater
pale.
came out to me.
Yeah, he's pale and his cheeks are sunken. Good makeup job. It looks like he's had maybe a third of his bodily fluids sucked out.
It is a good, yeah. I mean, they make him definitely pale, but as they think that they're leaving the house, they open the door and there's the Flaming Log.
Oh shit, it's back.
I can't believe that's not a band name.
Flaming Log.
Yeah. Hello, Albany. We are Flaming Yule Log.
So they slam the door shut and get back on the floor to get Holly untied, and the little man in the fire distracts Zoe. Hey, get in here.
Come on in.
And she crawls into the fire.
Yeah.
And he tries the same shit that he tried on Henry.
Oh, wow. Hey, Cinephile, why is he eating crow?
He has a bucket, like a KFC bucket of chicken on his table, but it's crow.
So you always eat crow, isn't
He's
that?
eating crow.
Isn't that like when, you
said something wrong, and now you have to
prove it? Like
deal
now
with
you
the
have to kind of deal with the consequences.
I'm not sure.
Like if I said,
maybe that's the metaphor.
Like if I would have told you, like if you were 18, I said, Andy, you will not grow up to be a handsome, beautiful beast.
Yeah, but I did
you
anyway.
And so I would have to
you
eat
have
crow.
to eat crow.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the metaphor here. Maybe that's what they were going for.
I would have to be because he is eating crow.
He's eating crow, but it's a metaphor for something. Somebody did something or said something that was wrong.
They just talk about semen, and he takes her to the elevator.
He talks about, he just says, like, you are one, do you know that there's, 100 million semen or sperms that hit, one of them hits the egg?
Yeah, there's 100,
out of like 100 million or whatever, and that one was you, ended up being you, uniquely you. So they do the elevator thing back in time, and he shows Zoe this darkened house and says, in a minute, your mom and dad are going to stumble through after a night out. They're drunk. They're going to go upstairs, and they're going to conceive you. If you put this baseball on the 3rd stair, your dad's going to slip. It's going to jostle his balls around a little bit.
Yeah, jostle up his balls.
And they're still going to do it, but a different sperm will hit, and it won't be you, and you'll get to do everything over again.
Yeah, you won't,
different life.
Yeah, you won't. You won't live in this stress. You won't live in this chaotic world that you believe you've created for yourself.
Right.
So give someone else a chance, and she says no.
She says no.
He's not too stoked.
Yeah.
And
he's upset.
Yeah.
And she has the knife, and she slowly brings it around like she's going to stab him.
And he's like, I've been waiting for that knife. That's my knife.
I've
That's
been
why
looking for that.
that's why I think it's Satan.
Okay. And he gives her, so like he takes the knife and she has the baseball.
Yeah, and you think something bad's about to happen to Holly, but then all of a sudden
Zoe,
thank you.
Yeah.
Think something bad's gonna happen to Zoe, but
a giant fire poker comes in and hits the little man.
Obviously, it's very big to the little man.
Huge.
But it's Alex who's on the other side of the
the fire. Yeah.
Yeah, but did he see her in there?
I don't know, but Zoe's able to escape.
Yeah, so now she's back out.
Yeah, and she has the baseball in her hand.
Yeah, some
kind of weird interdimensional fireplace.
Holly and Alex and Zoe escape to the outside.
Yep.
They make it to the car and they realize, oh fuck, the keys
are back inside.
The keys are inside. Holly's like, I don't give a fuck, deuces.
And she runs away.
She runs off into the woods, and Zoe and Alex, Andy, they go back in the house while the log, like you said, this is your point, like the log is just bouncing around like
trashing the place.
Yeah, just in one room, and you just can hear so much shit coming out of it. It's speaking.
It's screaming and yelling and trashing the room. Alex gets his camera. Zoe grabs the axe and the gun off of a deflated mama on the floor.
Deflated Mama. Another good band name.
Deflated Mama. Perfect. We got to tally up all the band names. It'd take a while. But then the log comes around the corner at Zoe, and she looks at it and goes, "I'm gonna Paul Bunyan your ass, motherfucker."
That's the tagline. I mean, or no, it should be. I mean, that's the gobble gobble motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's like, I mean, like, you know.
It comes flying at Zoe,
Yeah.
and she swings that
You're gonna
axe
need
like
a
a
bigger
bat
boat.
and knocks the log into the refrigerator. Where Alex had the refrigerator open. He slams it shut. They shove the axe handle
Yep.
through the fridge door, trapping it. Holy shit, we won, we made it. They get back in the car and take off. And as they're driving, they come upon a ring of men around the hanging tree, all dressed in robes, doing a weird ritual.
Yep.
And that's when we get like another wipe shot of the past, where they went and hanged poor Rosa, the slave.
The slave woman.
No doubt because she stabbed her owner to death.
Yeah, and I think his
And
mom,
some other
the
lady,
family. Yeah,
yeah.
she killed the family that owned her.
And they were hanging her from the tree. And Zoe stops, and it's the
sheriff.
this fake ass
The fake-
sheriff
the fake
and the
sheriff.
deputy. And there's also like a topless girl there. Is that Holly? She's like in the background there. The camera hangs on her for a second. Was it Holly?
Do you see boobs?
Yes.
I didn't see boobs in it.
Oh, well, she had like pasties on, I think. But she's like all pale and with black lipstick. She looks like she's part of their ritual or something.
Probably Holly, I would assume.
Because I never know what happened to Holly. She ran off when they didn't have the keys. And then there's no resolution to that. Holly just ran away. So it made me think she was here with the weird ritual.
Wasn't she was in the car? I thought with him.
No. She ran away when they didn't have the keys. She just said, "Fuck this," and took off.
Then she was with those dudes. That has to be her topless.
Yeah, I didn't know where she was. But anyway.
Did she look like she had big? I
She
didn't see.
did. We
She
can
had
go
beau-
back and look if you
Yeah,
want.
yeah.
She ends up, Zoe's just, the sheriff's like, "You can't leave." And Zoe's like, "Yes, I can." And fucking plows into him. Is he dead? Are we going to call him?
Yes.
Yeah, so, and
They-
she drives away.
And it's the next day. It's morning light. The sun's coming off. They finally get to a stop sign on the road, and
Yeah.
they look like shit. Alex looks like shit. And guess what? She finally says yes to the marriage proposal.
Pulls out the ring and puts it on.
Yeah, but then there's the log at the window. The
Floats
log
up.
at the passenger side window.
Outside the car.
But then we stop.
Which it freezes.
Freeze.
And I think, like, we zoom out, and that picture is on a computer screen.
Yes, it's an ad agency.
And yeah.
Where Isaac, the slave owner, is a graphic designer.
Yep.
And the slave woman, Rosa,
Rosa.
is the boss, copywriter. She has it all.
She's approving his work on a
His
print.
work about to
looks like
send
a
the
print
client.
ad. Yeah.
They're obviously together because he's like, "I'd love to go out for lunch, but I don't know what the boss will say." She's like, "Well, this boss says it's okay."
Yeah.
If you notice, the name was Blue Blanket Media, and that's the blanket she used to. The blanket was
yeah.
blue that she pulled over and
And stabbed him. So is this the future?
Well, I don't know because then there's Arvid who's there, and he's like, "The AC is working. It's gonna
Yeah.
be cool in here." Everything starts repeating, and it feels like it's something is out of the mix. I do not understand the scene, Andy.
Me neither.
The fire comes back.
The whole room starts lighting on fire.
And Arvid, the AC repairman, now is wearing the mask of Leatherface.
Because it's the same actor.
Yeah.
And he's like, "I beat it into submission." And Rosa, the woman who plays the ad agency boss, is like, "We're taking William to the..." And the guy who played Isaac, the slave owner, is like, "I would that it were so." And they just keep repeating it. There's fire, and then Isaac says, "I'm sorry. I love you. Please forgive me, Rosa." And he's all of a sudden dressed as a slave owner again. She's dressed as Rosa the slave, and she's crying. And we go back to Alex and Zoe in the car, and all of a sudden that little man is riding on the log.
Yeah.
As it crashes through the passenger window, and then wide shot of the car, we see blood splatter on the window.
I would assume that they're both dead.
That log's bouncing around in the car, killing him. That is the end. Roll credits.
Roll credits. I'm surprised we got that done in an hour and 2 minutes.
That's
I'm pretty stoked
amazing.
on that.
There's
But
so much fucking weird shit in
I
this
got a
movie.
scale though. On a scale of 4 alien penises covered in pimento cheese to 9 alien penises covered in pimento cheese, what would you rate this movie?
7.
7 alien
Alien
penises.
penises covered in pimento cheese.
I'm gonna give it 7 as well. I'm gonna tell you why. First watch, I probably would have given it maybe one more alien penis covered in pimento cheese. But the second watch, even though I've got a little bit more, it became a little bit more like. That's when my cinephile brain came in, my
Yeah.
Dollar General cinephile brain. I
Yeah.
was like, they could have made it shorter and made it more impactful.
Yeah. They
But-
crammed a lot into this movie, though.
Yes, they did. Hey, I got some fun that I think we're gonna be able to discuss.
Yeah.
Do you want to do the kill count? I mean, are you ready,
Sure,
or do you want
I
to take a
am.
break?
No, let's do
Great.
it. I just want to bring up the next movie we're going to watch.
We're going to continue that because we're continuing the / Yuletide greetings, but we'll get to that after the kill count.
Okay.
Ooh,
You're gonna have to help me.
Maybe
for like one or two of them. All right. So the landlady at the beginning, cabin owner, she gets killed off camera, but we hear it.
Yes.
Ben, the podcast head guy, the nerdy podcast folks. That's my Dick Shot Kill of the Week. Bash to death in the shower. Henry's mom. Sorry. Who was Henry? Oh my God.
Henry was a stoner.
Yeah, Henry was the stoner. Yeah, his mom. She got stabbed. Right. He went back in time and killed his own mother. Then Henry, as he faded away because he killed his own mom. Followed by Beth, as she frantically called 911. The log bashed her in the head. It's appropriate that I forgot who Henry was because he was erased from existence. Anyway,
we're really cinephile on this episode. Yeah.
So Beth, the log came out of nowhere while she was frantically calling 911. Dead. Hunter, the replacement for Henry. He tried to cover the log with a blanket and he got, rodeoed around the room, bashed against the walls and the ceiling. Then Isaac was the slave owner. He got stabbed, and then I think Isaac's mom, Mrs. the other lady in that flashback, the slave, Rosa the slave, killed Isaac, but she also killed another lady.
That's right.
I just called her Mrs.
The mother,
Then Mother, the aliens. That's your Dick Shot Kill of the Week.
No, not Mother. Mine was
Mama, whatever.
No, that wasn't my Dick Shot.
It wasn't?
No. The Dick Shield cut.
Sorry, Pleatherface. Yeah. The alien got killed, Pleatherface got killed, then the sheriff run over with the car, then Alex and Zoe. I didn't count Holly, never really saw her die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
I found something on the kill count here.
Yeah.
And this Holly's not on there.
She's not?
Yeah, but this one says 21 deaths. Five by the log, 3 by Pleatherface, 3 by the fireplace man, 2 by Rosa, and 2 by Zoe.
Wow.
But this is also saying the boar,
the flashback stuff.
Yeah, the boar and the bear because they're on the screen, so I'm not counting that.
You can't. They're mounted animals.
I'm not saying that. I'm looking at that. Of course, I agree with you.
Yeah.
But this one also includes the lady who unfortunately took her own life. They say that you actually see
the flashback stuff.
The flashback stuff. It actually says you can see the unnamed woman committing suicide by slicing her wrists off screen, shown in flashback.
Do we want to count them? I don't know.
The flashbacks. I mean, that's bylaws, baby. I don't know.
Okay.
But I'm sticking with yours. I always stick by Andy's
Thank you.
Cliff kill count. Not only as my respected and beloved partner, but also a man of cinematic wonders. Hey, Andy.
Yeah, Nick.
Do you want to go ahead and get into the wonders of next week?
Yes, I would like that very much.
I totally spaced.
I have it open.
I'm going to let you just do the whole thing because we're going to continue the holiday.
We are
fun.
Continuing the holiday fun, we are going to watch one from 2012, 1 hour 34 minutes. It's called Silent Night. There's a lot of movies called Silent Night. There's Silent Night, Deadly Night. This is not to be confused. There's one coming out soon in theaters where a guy in a drive-by shooting, his son gets killed and he gets shot in the throat.
Yeah, I saw that.
He goes out on a revenge quest and he can't speak because he got shot in the throat.
Wasn't that the dude from Taken or something?
Yeah, so it's called Silent Night.
Yeah.
I think that there's a Silent Night from 2021 starring Keira Knightley. What we're doing is the one from 2012. The police force. The police force of a remote Midwestern town search for a killer Santa Claus who's picking off citizens on Christmas Eve. Looks like a $1.99 rental on Prime, available on Stars. Silent Night 2012.
With so many Freevee and Tubi and all. I mean, I love Shudder. I think if you don't have Shudder, you're missing out.
Yeah.
Shudder is rad. It's an easy get with Amazon. So we've been having some fun watching all kinds of holiday festive fun.
So,
like I mentioned at the beginning of the podcast,
we have a short turnaround on that because today we're recording this one right before it comes out. And you're cutting me off.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say everyone send us your promos.
Oh, sure.
Are we playing one on this episode?
We can. Yeah.
How about we play one right now?
Sharks of the Corn, Virus Shark, Cocaine Shark, Sharktopus? Yeah, those are all real movies. Join me, Steve Coates, as each week I take a comedic look at the bizarre world of sharksploitation cinema on Bucket of Chum, the Shark Movie Podcast.
And that was our
That was
friends
a promo for Bucket of Chum.
Bucket of Chum, which is a great podcast about shark movies. There's plenty of fucking out there. Jody and I have knocked it quite. I think I could actually be a guest on the podcast.
There you
because
go.
I've seen a lot of fucking.
You should do that and then talk up /you.
I can. Hey, so
Call
let
the
me,
guy.
Yeah, let me be on the. Let me be. In fact, I'm writing a screenplay about a shark movie called Shark of the Dead.
Nice.
I know they had. I wrote it in 2013. Then one came out called Zombie Shark. That was the original title. That Zombie Shark was fucking horrible, stupid, lame. So I decided to revamp my script. I'm stoked. Jody helped me with the name Shark of the Dead. I think that's brilliant.
Well, there's 18 movies called Silent Night, so even if it was still called Zombie Shark, it wouldn't matter.
Yeah, you're right, but I want to stand out. I think it's kind of fun. I think you'll still get the idea, but
That's good.
Don't want to get on that. But please, if you have promos, send us. I'd like to get stickers too. I really want to do something with a wall here in the studio of just, But rate, like, subscribe, rate, thumbs up, shit. I don't know. What are you supposed to say?
All that stuff. Tell your friends. That's how we get more
hit
listeners.
us up I guess it helps us out a little bit, but we really do have fun here, Andy. If there's anything else that you want to say, because from the bottom of my heart, I'm really stoked to be doing this on the holidays because these podcasts, it's so much fun. So
/u_podcast on Instagram, /upodcast.com, and the World Wide Web. Check out if you go to the website and you find an Amazon link and click it and order something, it helps us out at no extra cost to you. Check the Facebook page as well. I'm going to make some efforts to keep that up to date. And email us, sashupodcast@gmail.com. And until next time, everybody, class dismissed.
1 hour. That's 1 hour, 8 minutes. Pretty good.
Crushing it.